Facets.
Can you send me what the Facebook or what the YouTube channel is on Facebook?
We could.
GameClubs
I post
/wieners.
I post
GameClub /wieners. I've been on that. It's pretty interesting hot dog cooking techniques.
There you go.
It's just
I've
cooking with
been
Kevin.
posting the. Impressive.
Where's Rob?
Not making it
Great.
because you didn't invite him.
What the hell? You're a
Piece of shit.
Yeah, but we've covered this. I was
Fucking
pissed
God
drunk
damn it.
for the last 3 days.
I put a reminder out, so
I like
you know
being
what?
drunk
I know
for
he
days.
should be checking the Facebook page.
Like when I
but
graduated
somebody's
college,
here.
I was drunk for 4 days.
That's right. You
Gross.
you go underground for a little while.
Tell Rob I'm sorry and I want to cuddle him now.
That's all right.
No, tell him that exactly that.
I will.
I'll send him a text message.
I did want to start really quick by doing the little forum apology / touch base because I
Some
want.
guy looks like he's here who might be like here for the club.
Is he?
Probably not. I wouldn't worry
He
about it.
seems like the type. Well, he's coming right here. So
No.
He's coming
Kevin, you're
right
gonna have
at
to
us.
say nah.
Staff meeting.
Do we know who he is?
It's a staff
I'll
meeting.
go.
The guy in a red shirt. Do we know people in red shirts? No.
Do we know people in red shirts?
Nah, I don't know.
Shit.
No, that's maroon.
Nah.
He read the door. Okay, we're good.
We
Continue.
should make a sign.
We should. Next
Just
time.
make it a staff meeting as well, so no one questions it.
Fair enough.
There you go.
Go ahead, Mike.
No, yeah. So sorry that there is much. I guess.
Activity?
Well, there is a lot of activity. It's just not the right kind of activity. We need to get everybody
it's
back
like,
on the forums. We
you
need
know,
to get it
getting
functional
together.
and easier to use again. Just to make it abundantly clear that the forum has moved to
It is
GameClubs-
dead. We
GameClubs.org.
decided to end it. It was just like it's too much.
Yep.
Nah.
No, we'll have it back up in a week.
Yeah. It's getting all
functional.
adjusted right now.
What is everyone finding that hard to do? You guys just can't post.
I can't
You
make no.
create?
I can post, but like when under the game of the month section, I can't make like a new month
It's
in
hideous.
there.
Okay.
Well, that's
the,
getting changed.
The aesthetics too. So that's the thing.
It hurts my eyes.
Well, then do something about it.
I will say there is actually a technical problem. There is one user. I don't know what it is because it's just a picture of him, but I don't think it's actually you. But it just every time it just posts random gibberish about how great Nintendo is and like how Nintendo's not.
I don't even have a
company.
picture of me up there, so that's
you do.
No,
We're
I
gonna
don't.
get the IT department on that
All right, good.
away. Some
Yeah.
sort of internal glitch.
Great.
Yeah. Okay, but just please bear with it and make sure to.
We're using it for everything. That's how we're gonna do everything.
Yeah,
There's
and
no
let,
porn.
Yeah, where do I post the porn?
so we'll have a sec. That'll be GameClub.xxx.
.biz,
Dot biz.
Dot prawn.
Boobs.
.boobs with a Z at the
Forward
end.
/push.
/push.
No, that's just the commemorative site for George W. Bush.
It's essentially the once we
yeah.
figure that out, that's how everything's
Just to
going.
be clear, I want to make sure we get everybody back on there. Just create an account and keep checking. We'll have it gone.
Yeah.
Back up and running soon. So that's that. Thank you.
Let's Ninja Gaiden ourselves.
No,
No.
I prefer not to.
All right. So
This clearly has been polarizing.
well, I'll start with this.
That's
Who
one
has played
term.
it before this? Who had played the game prior to? Yeah.
Nope.
Mike, you hadn't played it?
Nope.
Huh.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, because it was on Xbox, and then
Actual
when it came to
Ninja Gaiden.
PS3, I was like, it's on Xbox. I don't want to play an Xbox game. That doesn't make sense.
So then I guess the only logical thing to do is go around and go ahead, Mike.
Start with it. Yeah.
No, let's not start with Mike.
We're going there already. We're already here.
He's
Already here.
Everything
Go ahead, Mike.
well, because I have millions of readers. If you really want to know my
You got me,
thoughts,
Chris, and Russ. So.
Yeah, you could go and
I read.
I read it.
He reads it.
I read it.
You can go on my blog to have more in-depth talking about the game. I didn't like it. It wasn't the worst game I ever played.
That's something.
But the thing is, like, it's so close to being a good game, and every time it gets close for me, it just goes right back
Further
down.
away.
You know, it's like, oh, it's like a cool ninja, and he's not really doing anything cool ninja-like. It's like, oh, look at all these cool weapons. You're really only using like one or two of them, and the rest kind of suck. It's like, oh, look at this cool stuff. The story sucks. And then, like, it's just like I wanted to like it, and I was trying really hard, and I put like 17 hours or whatever it's into it.
It's lengthy.
That was my biggest problem. It's very long, but it's not long.
Unnecessarily long.
Yeah, like
I'll give it that.
yeah, because it starts out and you go to the blimp, and I was like, oh, that's cool. You're going to be changing, like, you know, places, and then you go to the town and like, oh, this sucks, but at least we'll go to the next place next. And it's like, oh, more of the city. Oh, well, we're going to go into somewhere cool next. And it's like, all right, now I'm back where I was at the city. And it just kept going like that over and over again. And I don't think I played Ninja Gaiden and Sigma, and I don't think adding Rachel did anything for the game.
No,
it just broke up the
Stretched it
pace,
out,
which was already really slow. So
Yeah, you wish there were chapters too.
it was a good pick for the game of the month. It's just it wasn't. I didn't like it.
No.
So.
Adam, Mr. Jason David Frank.
Well, that's not my name.
He's coming next month.
If he is, that'd be cool as
I
hell.
don't
Hi,
want to hang
sir. I
out with
love
him.
your
think
green.
so.
But
Just say cut to him.
well, I started off playing the original Xbox version because I just happened to already have that. I hadn't played it yet, and that was a terrible choice. No one played that.
Yeah, that one was rough. I think.
Specifically-
Controls are really bad.
Specifically,
There is
the
no
worst thing.
camera. If you want to look around, you have to stop moving, go into first person, and look around, and then you have to go out of first person, and then you can start moving again, which was the worst thing.
So would that change the camera angle when you went out?
No,
So then it's,
you wouldn't
it
even be
was-
looking
just have
that
to
way.
remember.
That was just how you looked
Well,
around.
no, couldn't you hit right trigger and it would get it behind you?
Yeah, that's the only way you can put the
So
camera
you could
behind
move
you.
the camera,
Kind of.
but it just.
Only to where your character is facing immediately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's
So it
not
only
a
had
great-
like lock-on
Well,
movements.
I think it's weird that they would have like
Two different
you
ways,
could
but
move
not
the camera,
not effectively.
But then
yeah.
also like you can't actually do it unless
Right.
you go
Yeah.
do this like weird thing.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It was really stiff controls. You know that. It's
It's a bad game.
So I went, after about an hour of that, I went, this is terrible. They released it on a couple more things. I figure I'll get the newest one. That'll be the best version. So I went and bought it on the Vita. That was a bad call. That isn't any better. That might be worse.
It is actually worse.
Yeah.
That's going to be what my rant's about.
And yeah, no, I played that one for about an hour, and I went, screw this, I'm returning it. And then I played the NES game for like 2 hours, and that was
That's a hell of a game.
that's what I did. And, oh, I know what? I have a demo disc, and it's got Ninja Gaiden's demo on it on the Xbox. I beat that. I beat the demo,
Nice.
Sure, that counts, right? All
Sure.
right, fine. All right.
and it's a -3.
Out of
100.
So I had, which kind of like sucks for me, is I had actually loved that game on the original Xbox.
Ooh.
I think it was just, I don't know,
One of those
when
then
you didn't
games.
have as much to play. You had like 6
Yeah.
games, and that was just. And I went back and started on the original Xbox, and like you said, but it wasn't as bad as maybe as you found it. I was kind of enjoying it. Plus, it was
Played
a
it
new game
before.
plus for me, so different costume if that makes anything any different.
Oh God.
wait,
but
did you
Now
get
Rube's
did you get to
naked.
wear his normal ninja outfit and not the tight body hugging leather?
well, it's like that, but with like
So-
armor plates on it.
That's
It's like
fine.
red,
Anything's
you know.
better than the leather
Oh
body
yeah,
hugging.
especially when that camera
I'm a ninja.
orients itself in just the right way.
That's why they have the trigger button for the
It's-
right
He
back.
doesn't wear leather. It's like plastic.
whatever.
It's too shiny
Pleather.
to be
It's
leather.
pleather.
Yeah.
But I played the rest of it on the Vita because I run the thing that I loved about the Vita is that little on and off button, like the little the
lock
sweeper
screen,
thing.
yeah.
That sounded stupid, but the lock
I
screen.
love
lo-
the power button. It's
Sleep
incredible.
mode. I don't know.
But when
You
you're
can turn it off or on.
there's so many options. But when you only have like a couple hours
Yeah.
or or minutes really in a day, it's great to like in the middle of whatever it is, doesn't matter, just off, and then it'll pick right back up. So I played it on the Vita. Awful. They broke so much by trying to incorporate the Vita's features,
Like
the
touchscreen.
touch.
Yeah, you said
and
something
the-
about the touchscreen on the forum.
So, well, and then I also have the Vita TV. So I was thinking I'll play the game when I'm at home and then take it with me when I go. So I got to, there's a few stages where you absolutely need to use your bow and arrow. You cannot progress without, for instance, that tower, that you have to shoot all of the satellites off of or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And there's another one where you're in the town,
You
there's
have to
a
use
guy
the
shooting
aiming?
yeah. So all the times that you need to use a bow and arrow, if you're playing on the Vita TV, you can't. Because the only aiming system they put into it was the touchpad,
Which was
Really?
stupid.
which is awful.
Genius.
I actually was going to bring it with me, left it at home.
See,
just
I'm
so you guys
surprised
saw.
that they would let that work on the Vita TV because I know even like
they-
easier games that don't need the touchscreen, it's like, no, this won't work.
Right,
on
so
this.
somebody went through the trouble to make it available when it's
Yeah.
can't, you wouldn't be able to beat it if you.
Well,
didn't-
I think they were probably the person who did that was probably
Wait.
smart, and they're just like, no one's gonna play this game.
Yeah.
Are you
Wait,
kidding
it's
me?
just
were you
one-
using a DualShock 3 or 4?
I tried on both. The 4 doesn't
So the
matter.
4 doesn't even let
There
you
are
use
no
the touchpad?
on Vita TV. There are unless I'm mistaken. There are no touchpad.
You can't, not even DualShock.
Not
There's
yet.
nothing
Wow.
you can do to.
That sucks.
I hope
So-
they incorporate it, but
That don't
So
see why they
you
wouldn't.
literally could not beat that game. So if you went to a store, bought a Vita TV, and then bought Ninja Gaiden, you would not be able to make it past like the 4th or 5th
Genius.
mission.
That's stupid.
Perfect.
So yeah, that got exhausting. And then even when you're playing it on the Vita, it's not any better because you look around by the spacing of the Vita, so you have to like actually turn it around you to aim in the world.
Good to see you at work going.
You can also do the thumbstick, but if you accidentally touch the edge of the screen in any way, then it switches to the aiming mode where it chooses your finger too. So so that it's not always going to shoot the arrow in the center of the screen, because if you touch the corner of the screen, it changes your aim point and shoots. It's just a mess. The aiming is just a nightmare.
Genius.
So that's my rant on that. But
I do want to say something. You kind of touched upon something I noticed. I really do feel like this game was like, it would be really good if the PS3 had just come out. Because it kind of hits all those marks. It's like, oh, it's like 60 frames a second. This looks pretty good. Like, we don't have anything else. Like, this is really fun. Like, you get to do it. But like, I guess the thing is, I don't think it's aged well. Like,
I think that's exactly. I mean, some of the boss battles were pretty memorable, though.
Yeah,
I mean, the bosses,
the
were my
enemy
favorite
design
part.
for like the bosses was really nice, but
like you said, every time
most
they
of the
started,
bosses there was some gimmick, and then you just beat them, and that was it.
Yeah.
every time they started to do something right, they just tore it apart by like I hated all this. Any military enemy was just a nightmare.
that.
Like you don't need that in this game because it just peppers you with bullets, and you get stuck in a corner, and it takes so much away from it. There were so many other difficult but challenging enemies that didn't disrupt the game flow like that. And the backtracking, like the recycling of all the different areas, was really exhausting. And it's a very barren city too, like you were saying. It's a very boring place to be in.
I hate when games do that, when there's a giant city that nobody's in.
But they push you in and out of it like 4 different times in different directions. You go in and out of so much, and then they flood it, and then you have to swim through it. It's like, it's just
I love their map.
But I have to, I can't take everything away because I still have fond memories of playing it when it first came out. I still had a lot of fun in like some of the boss fights and some certain sections of the game when you have your combat down. To your point, like there's not a lot of weapons, but you don't need more than just the sword. The flails are good sometimes.
Well, that's the thing. Like the thing that really made me angry about the weapons is it's like they give you this big selection, and then you don't want to use any of them because there's like 1 or 2 you really like.
And you want to put all of your credits into leveling that.
But then there's a part where they literally tell you, oh, you have to use the flails to get past this part because the fish, like if you're not constantly attacking, the fish will bite you, and then they're all gonna bite you over and over again, and then you get up and they bite you again, and it just takes like 5 minutes to stop, and it doesn't even kill you. It just takes out a little bit of health. So it's like, if you didn't put like points into those flails, like you'd be screwed. Like there's nothing you can do. You'd have to backtrack to the next guy and then hope you have enough souls or
I'll
whatever.
say it when I get there. Never mind. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'll tie it up with that.
All right. Well, the thing I did on the fish, and I told you this morning, is I used the fire ninpo, which was a lot easier. I turned that on and I just bolted through the fish. Didn't have to worry about a thing. And then I got all my energy back because I killed all the fish.
You can't get a good score if you use your ninpo.
I don't care about the score. This isn't the Atari.
I'm just saying, like, if that's the way to do it, then
I'll be a lesser ninja every day.
All right, you'd be a ninja dog.
What's worse, Ninja Dog or Lesser Ninja?
I thought
probably
Ninja Dog, probably. Whatever. I'll be a Ninja Dog every day. Fine with me. Unless you got more. I'm sorry.
Well, mine's pretty. Mine's nothing compared to him. It's pretty much short and sweet, much like his. It's like, it's just the beginning. I didn't really like the start of it, but I didn't really let too much to determine the rest of the game. And just more or less that I feel like it got close to being something good at times, and it just got more dragged on for me. And I felt like I more had to force to finish it more than like enjoyed it. But it wasn't like the bad. I'd say it's okay, but not like great.
Okay, fair enough.
You guys said everything. The only thing
wow.
like, you
said everything.
The only thing that I would add was the random lady who would throw, like, I forget what that's called. With the hints. That was probably the worst hint system I've ever seen.
That's
about
You'd always get like a health item at least.
You wouldn't always. You'd get like a devil elixir, which would raise your key, and I'm just like, great.
Like, I thought like somebody was hitting me, and I was like, oh, this is pointless.
Like, kind of easy to miss too.
Well, see, that happened to me one time. Like, I missed a couple of them, I think. But the worst part was, like, I was near the end of the game, and I hear the noise, but I wasn't paying attention. I'm like, what the hell is that? Somebody shooting at me? Like, what the hell's going on? And I'm, like, looking around, and I see, like, the little pink thing. I'm like, what does she have to tell me now? Like, there's nothing else to say in this game.
I like your button that leather suit.
It's like, hey, here's some more rice balls for some reason. They're on this little tiny dagger.
Nah, man, they're donuts.
Yeah.
But that's, like, the only thing I would say is that, besides that, like, it was the first time I ever played a game similar to this, and I thought it was just the highlight was just, oh, it could run on walls and stuff for like half a mile.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, there are cool things about the controls. It's just you end up doing them over and over again.
I don't think I've ever played a game like this though.
No.
I'm not.
It's kind of by itself.
Yeah.
Wouldn't touch the sequel.
Like Kevin go.
All right.
All right, Kevin, here we go.
I'm clearly the only minority here that, well, not
the
like
minority.
I liked
Minority.
it.
Yeah.
I know everyone else hates it, but everything you guys have said, I get it, but I still don't hate it. And where I disagree with you saying it's on its own, it has the same layout as Devil May Cry.
I actually was thinking about Devil May Cry the whole time. Yeah.
Devil May Cry, other than it has Devil May Cry has short levels, very short levels, but it runs through the same areas of the game, and so did this. Like you were in one big area that was all connected. I gotta say the map sucks.
But the areas for Devil May Cry are smaller though.
They are,
helps
and
so much
I get
more.
that. And there were a lot of times where I didn't know where I was going, and that's fine. The combat I liked. Here's the thing, and well, everyone said like you only use like what 2 weapons or something.
Well, yeah, because like I use
I
use Lunar and I use
and you can totally get through the game that way. But once you figure out what enemies work better with what weapons, everything flowed so much nicer. Well, like once I only used the dual sword for like maybe the first whenever you get it for like 3 chapters after that. Once you figure out like these bigger enemies can't like hit me as easy if I use the flails because I'm always attacking them, or the fish when I figured out I can use the nimbos easier.
Well, the thing is, it was either just like the game kind of worked better if you used either a fast weapon or a very strong weapon.
Right, and then you got the big like nightmare sword from Soul Calibur, and that I used maybe like twice on 2 different bosses.
There's some armored enemies that I think you have to use on.
And eventually, I will say the game made an awful first impression. I was ready to be like, all right, 2 chapters in.
I didn't even think it was that bad at the beginning because I was like, it's ninja stuff.
It did,
like, it'll be.
But for me, it was an upward curve. Like the more I played it, the more I liked it because I started understanding like what weapons go with this guy and like how to make the combat flow and when to wall run. And there was one really good move. I don't know if anyone, I'm sure you did it. When you jump, then you can like slash the sword and like automatically decapitates people. It was so satisfying.
With the dual one or the single one? Because the
dual sword, because he takes them both and he just beheads somebody immediately.
When you're using the dragon sword, I think it's called the something.
I don't know any of the
flying swallow.
Yeah, that is the like lifesaver of that game.
Yeah,
because you just jump.
It would be nice if it had like, and I know I can ignore them in games like Bayonetta and Devil May Cry and God of War, where they have a giant move list. And you never look at it, but this game actually could have benefited from that. Like, because
you could buy moves though.
You can, but I did, and I couldn't find a way to look up how to actually do them.
They're in there. They're under techniques. You can read. Like, it should have been better presented though.
It was like the blimp level. Hated that because I had no idea where to go. That wire part, which I complained about since I got there, where I couldn't find the wire because you're in a black sky with a black wire trying to figure it out. And then once I finally found the wire, there were guys shooting at me, so I'd fall to my death.
Well, you got to shoot the guys.
Yeah, I got that, obviously, but it was just annoying after all that time to do that. I didn't say that was my fault, but it got progressively better. And
yeah, that was the other thing. There was no checkpoints in the game, which kind of
there were, but you had to make your own. It was all the same.
So it's not a checkpoint then; it's just save points.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, essentially the same thing.
No, not at all.
They are.
A checkpoint would be right at the beginning of the boss.
You need them in like 2D platformers.
No, a checkpoint would be like when you go through a door.
Let's make sure that let's have an official GameClubs like definition of a checkpoint. A great checkpoint system would be right at the start of a boss fight after the cutscene.
But the thing is,
before and not at the elevator below the boss. That you have to go up the loading screen for the elevator, sit through the unskippable.
They were skippable. That's the thing.
Well, some of them were because it's
once you
loading
watch
in the
it
background, so it depends.
Once you watch it once, you can skip it.
Right.
That was fine once I figured that out. Right, but so what? I got to watch 2 seconds. Big deal.
But
I don't know. I ended up liking it, and I know I'm in the very small minority. I got to the last boss this morning, but I just knew I wasn't going to beat it in time. But I'm going to finish it before, I have 2 days before July officially starts. So I'm going to beat it by then. I like it.
Well, I mean, I can't say that I totally hate it because that's what we just pick stuff apart. We're trying to talk
it's something
about
that would have
good
ended
and
up
bad. I was happy to play it again. Although I was kind of sad that it didn't, hold the same memories that it used to.
I was automatically, like I said, I was going to judge it like, oh, it's a bad game. But I thought about when it came out, well, at least the PS3 version, because I realized the Xbox one's the same. But And like you said, it would have been an awesome game when it came out. And once I put myself in that mindset, it became a better game. Not to say I'm like making myself delusional and trying to make it good.
But the thing is, it wouldn't have been an awesome game. It would have been a game we thought was awesome. That doesn't make it an awesome game. It just means that we would have thought it was better than it really was.
I ended up liking it.
I think it was, like you said,
no, Rachel sucks.
Oh,
yeah, that was just like offensive to me. It's like,
jiggle
look at this
mechanics.
hot babe. I'm like, this isn't hot.
Here's the thing.
Don't even move like they move independently of one another.
Well, hold on. Tecmo has perfected that now. If you play Dead or Alive 5 on PS3, there are 6-axis jiggle physics.
Why would anyone play that?
I know.
I like Dead or Alive.
But I think it was a great game for this though, because I mean, there's a lot more to talk about too, though, because like you said, there's all the different versions of it, which all have strengths and a lot of weaknesses.
I want to know why they're stuck on this game though.
Well, that's the other thing though. There's so many versions of this game, and obviously we
they
all
all have sequels. They had
we don't
sequels
think it's
before
that
they
good.
finished. Maybe they're trying to get it right. I don't know. I'm not saying the game.
We can fix it this time. Makes it worse. No, this time we got it. Makes it worse again.
The game's not perfect by any means, and like I don't really like number ratings, but I'd still give it like a 6. It's not anywhere near amazing, but
I'd agree with that.
I know I like the charm of it, and I like the we were talking the other day. I like some of the mechanics they had, the wall running and the actual like ninja movements he does in the combat. I thought it was all good. It's like they tried to make like a Statue of Liberty with Elmer's glue, and they just didn't get it. Like they were trying to make something great, and they were just like, it'll work, whatever.
4.
What did Russ would say?
Cool.
Go.
8.
No, he'd say, no,
I'm
going to challenge Russ again. Mario rules. I put it in, I played like 5 minutes of it. I don't know.
It's not baby.
No.
Was Russ just here? It smells like Russ.
It smells like Russ.
It smells neat.
In fact, I think next week we're gonna have this a little later, so we can have Russ here because he gets out at 8.
Yeah.
So next month
we
we're
can start doing them.
gonna make sure Russ is here.
And if you guys are going to start doing, we'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah,
we could do start doing more.
I don't know. I can't think of anything else I have to say for it.
I've got lots.
I do. Oh, I want to play the other 2. I'm gonna do it.
That's
eventually.
you.
I still haven't
really
played
bad
3.
idea.
I have
like
no
Ninja.
desire to play 3, but 2.
Play
have
Razor's
to-
Edge 3. Don't play normal 3.
That's
Yeah.
a Wii U game, isn't it?
No, it's for everything.
Didn't it come
No,
out Wii U
it's
first?
Wii U.
It
Actually?
came out on Wii U as well.
Yeah, I
but-
tried
And
that.
they're
I
like,
didn't
nobody's
that
buying this. We should put it out on a console this time. Then they put it out.
right.
I didn't like ninjas too much.
That's you.
I thought the combat,
Ninja,
like you guys
please.
are both. I mean, it's very deep if you do take the time
can
to learn
be.
like all the.
That's
the
when I
blocking
started to
and
like it. When I
counter
started
techniques.
learning how to do everything.
But I feel like they started so strong visually that first level. I mean, I remember playing it when I was younger.
nice.
I mean, it's beautiful. Like it's got this great fall kind of
and he had the
foresty
cool
look.
NES clothes on. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great, and there's like I think leaves falling, all these great particle effects. And you're like, this is gonna be a great game, and then like you go to a nighttime empty city that you spend the next 10 hours in.
Yeah.
But
Which
then
is
it gets
10.
better again though towards the end when you're in like those kind of funky demony places.
Yeah,
and-
it was interesting. Yeah, when like straight up you fight Satan and he's got like a weird goat head with like teeth and stuff. I'm like, well, that's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll turn itself around, and then you get to the 2 end bosses before the end boss. And I could beat the first part easy, and then the second part, I didn't have something or I didn't have any health potions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, how far am I? Like, can I just push through it? And I went online,
that
and they're like, well, if you're out, you have to go down back into the city. Like, the closest one is in the middle of the city. It'll only take you like 40 minutes to get there. I'm like, no, it won't. I'm done with this game. Like, I get it. I get what this game
No,
is.
yeah, I actually got to that part this morning, and I'm like, later.
Yeah.
I'll do it later on.
yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's I don't think that's on purpose though. That's the problem.
No, I know.
Like, I don't think they went, you know what, this has to be really hard.
I think
Like,
they
we
just
need to-
forgot
Well,
to put
that's the thing.
shop
Well, I
keep,
think,
like,
yeah,
Ninja
think it
Gaiden
was-
games are always hard.
I think it
that's
was
the thing.
game design at the time because it really did feel like a PS2 or an Xbox game in a lot of the
Which
ways.
it is.
Which it is. But I think it also just the design of like, we don't need to, put a place where you can get more health potions near the end boss. Like, whatever. I don't know.
Well, I
They'll
wonder if a
probably
lot of
have
that, like, had to do with them because they didn't. I mean, I guess they did technically have DLC going into the original Xbox, but I feel like they designed games differently then because they stretched them out a lot longer with
Which was
things
nice.
like that.
I feel like there was.
Well, it was nice.
I'd rather
but at
have
the
that
same-
over DLC.
But they would stretch it out by having you reverse back through.
It was an artificial
area
length.
and-
Yeah, it was just like
I'd take
we
that
made
over
this
DLC.
map that's kind of big, but if you actually think
No.
about it, it's a really small map.
It's
You're
just
going through it
complicated,
over
yeah.
again.
Yeah, no, that's
But they're like, what if you just do it over and over again? It's like that's not fun. Like, changed it. I didn't even care if it was like this is the castle part, but it was like no, you went from town to cathedral to town to town to town to town.
Yeah.
And then you like went to a military depot, and then you went back to the town, and then you finally went to hell.
Yeah.
or whatever the hell, whatever they call it.
You
hell,
said you'd
like
rather that than
the
DLC, but that game you played is already full of its DLC. I don't know if you knew that.
Well, yeah.
In
but it was
Sigma,
just,
they add the Hurricane Pack's DLC of the original game into it. So you were playing DLC.
I don't really care.
Suck
I'm
it.
not gonna go buy it. So there you go.
Suck
You
it.
did buy it though.
Wasn't there? I wouldn't buy it.
Suck it.
Didn't buy it new. So anyway.
So, what would you guys have done to make it a better game?
Made it the NES Ninja Gaiden.
That's a good answer.
Great. Nice.
Camera.
Side scroller, honestly.
Camera.
No, I would have.
The cameras, yes.
I don't know. It just needed polish to me. Like
Short
honestly, it
camera,
needed polish
no double
and
packaging.
No
it
Rachel.
needed a better map first off, and it needed a clear objective what you have to
No
do.
Rachel.
Rachel sucks. Yeah, kill
Three
Rachel.
less
Kill
chapters.
Rachel.
That's
First thing,
Three
kill
less
Rachel.
chapters already.
Well, see, here's the thing. When I played as Rachel, it made me realize like I would have probably liked the game more if it was like
Just Rachel.
half as short, but then they gave you the option once you beat the game to play through it as other characters. Like you do it as Rachel, or you can do it as the pink-haired ninja lady, or you can do it as the bad guy.
Yeah, if they cut the
Even if they
the
didn't
length
change
in half,
anything, that would have
it
given
probably,
you something.
I
yeah.
would have liked it better if they cut it
Yeah.
a little bit in half. but-
Also, don't call it Ninja Gaiden because that's
No,
insulting
not.
to Ninja
It's
Gaiden.
not Ninja Gaiden,
They
I'm
should,
sorry.
They should call it Ninja Story.
Ninja Steve, I don't know.
I'll call it Ninja.
Ninja
Call it Ninja.
Ninja
Gaiden.
Side Quest.
Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Thigh Den. Because he's
I
got
don't
nice
know,
thighs in his leather.
Sexy Leather Steve.
Sexy Leather Steve. That's the working title.
All right. Does anyone else have anything to say about Ninja Gaiden?
Yeah.
No.
All right. Anything that isn't screw Ninja Gaiden.
Ninjas.
I like your score, though. I would give it at least.
Yeah, six sounds right
4.
if I did numbers. Okay, great. 4.
2.
5.
Now we're just saying numbers.
11.
SpongeBob.
Great.
Cool.
You guys want to say your
Yeah.
thing
Jump into
about
the
what you
next
got
thing?
going on?
Here's the thing. There's been
Word.
a bit of
Say the thing.
collusion.
Say
That's
it.
not a word.
Well, I was talking to Adam one night while I was playing through Ninja Gaiden,
He was.
and I was like, you know,
I can
like,
confirm that he was.
Confirmed.
I'm like, it'd be nice if like I had another game that I had to play, like I felt like I had to play, because Ninja Gaiden's not doing it for me. But I wish I was still active with the club, you know, in some way, even if I didn't want to play Ninja Gaiden. So we came up with an idea, since you guys like to crap all over us all the time.
All time.
And say we're
really?
very
We do to you?
hypercritical.
Oh,
of everything.
okay.
Yeah. So we decided once a month or something, maybe once every 2 months, I don't care.
Bully.
Depends on the
We're
game.
going to pick a game that possibly was misrepresented, or didn't get a fair shake, or is just a cool game that we'll never get to play.
There you go.
There you go.
So what do you think?
Well,
You know what we're calling it? Crick's Corner.
okay.
I thought we were going with Bad Time Bonanza.
No, that got dropped.
That got dropped.
That got dropped.
Yeah, critics in Candy Town. Candy Town.
Crick's Corner.
All right. Well,
And
once I
Kitty Cat
once I
Corner.
get
Would
in
you like to know
contact
what
with
our
Rich,
first game is, though?
I'll get in contact with Rich and I'll set you guys up a header so you can do that.
But would you like to know what our first game is?
If you guys got a game already, good to
Got
go.
a game.
Why don't you tell them what the game is? we're gonna have a rap act. And it's gonna be us talking quietly to each other.
I'm gonna lay it down.
All right, lay it down for the man.
Castlevania 2.
All right.
Castlevania 2.
I was actually hoping you would say Zelda 2
And
first
yes.
because I already beat
Zelda
that.
2 is a little more.
Already
It's
beat
a little
that.
more mainstream.
Yeah.
More
Yeah, I
people
beat that
like it.
already.
Excited for that. That's awesome.
All right. So when I'm,
So that one's not mandatory or anything like that. It doesn't count towards anything if you want.
No.
to.
if you guys even
you
want
wanna
to,
talk about
we
the
don't
game.
need a time limit. I mean, you guys can.
you know,
do you
it's
want to
rough,
try to
like-
set that up on like a
We'll work on
like
it.
2 weeks separate from these, so that it's
No,
like
it's
you know,
going to run alongside it in case you don't like the game
Well,
you're
it's
playing,
not going
or
to be
like
as
if you're not.
structured. Like I don't care.
It's going to be
I'm honest
more.
with you,
It's going to be
like,
a side
whatever.
thing. You don't have to play it. You don't have
Hey, wait. So it's GameClubs Guide.
Game
yeah,
Club
it's
Gaiden.
GameClubs Gaiden.
GameClubs Guide sounds like a way cooler name, personally.
But Critics Corner makes us more condescending and
Yeah.
shows that we're better than you.
By the way, Kevin, you suck. Critic.
Preach.
You can't say anything. I'm a critic.
No, I can't.
And this is our corner.
He's a crappy critic.
Corner
Yeah.
formation.
All right,
go.
so we're gonna go pick the next game.
Yeah, we already.
Are we doing it on camera?
Well, I don't know. You never. I never
Let's
even
do it on
told
camera.
you. Did you do the hat name and a hat?
Oh no, it's on the computer right over there.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's gonna be a
on
wheel.
camera.
We're all gonna watch it to make sure nothing
He
gets
winked.
screwed up.
Yeah,
wanna
so
make
there's
sure
some collusion going on.
We want to make sure there's no piggy pig.